What's up, guys? My name's Ryan. Today we're going to be talking about patience. And, patience is really one of those things where it's counterintuitive because we all have big dreams. I have big dreams. I know you have big dreams. A lot of things that you want to accomplish. And it feels like we got to get there quick. We got to, beat ourselves to the finish line. We got to beat everyone else to the finish line. We just got to snap a finger. We got to be there. We got to grind. We got to work hard. It's great to want to be able to work towards a dream, but simultaneously, it's really easy to get burnt out when we have this mentality, when we constantly need to be rushing towards our goal, constantly need to be, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Our mind's racing, we're going through all these things. Whereas we don't realize if we were calm and collected and at peace and achieving our goals, right? There's a couple things that can happen. One, we're going to be more aware. We're going to be more aware of our surroundings, of what the universe is telling us, right? Signs of what to do, internally, how we feel, and what direction our heart is really telling us to be in, right? So awareness. The second thing is, with a clear head, all that mind flurry and everything, that doesn't breed success. That doesn't breed a sustainable lifestyle. Whereas if you're patient and you can think things through without rushing and really be in tap with your subconscious and what you desire in your heart, then, you can make really big steps that may feel small in the time frame, because if you're moving patient, that means you're moving at a slower pace. We're going to be taking our time with things. But I don't know if you guys have realized this when you're because this is an experience that I've gone through as well. It's like when you're going through this rushing phase and you try to do so many things at once and you still end up getting nowhere because you're trying to take on too much. Your mind is all these different places. While you're doing one thing, you're thinking of another thing. And we all know that doesn't work. As much as we would like for that to work, we would like to do everything at once. Sorry, we can't. There's a reason why when you calm down and you take things really slow and you're patient with it and you take your time and you enjoy the process, and that day-to-day grind feels slow, calm, and collected rather than, oh my gosh, I have to get to the finish line, then all of a sudden everything feels way better. You know what I mean? So I'm going to suggest to you, whatever aspirations you are, whether it's sports, whether it's art, whether it's engineering, whether it's something you're studying in school, take your time with it. Really just sit down, right? Before you even start, just sit down for 5 minutes. I don't know how much I need to emphasize this, but we just need to sit down and think before we do things. As crazy as that sounds, we don't sit down and think enough. I'm literally talking, just post up like this. Just post up. Just stare at something. Put some calm music on. I got some jazz playing in the background. Just think. Just sit with your thoughts and with the things that you want to do in mind, right? The goals and aspirations and your heart in mind, and where that drives you. Just sit and think and make that a practice. Make that something you do consistently, not something that you just one-off do once in a while. Practice the art of thinking, because that's something that in early education that you think sorry, I made myself laugh at that. You would assume that when we're younger and we're learning in school that people would teach us how to really just sit down and sit with our thoughts. And I mean, that's the purpose of reading and whatever mindful exercises that I remember I used to do a little bit of that in middle school. But it's something that as you go into higher education, you go to high school and you go to college, right? Everything is just pertaining to a subject, and a lot of busy work that, you know, you're not really thinking about. I was doing STEM for a little bit in college, and it was just a lot of just working to work and not really using your brain, and then that makes you want. So we unfortunately had a bit of technical difficulties here. My SD card ran out in my camera, and yeah, I lost like 10 minutes of footage. But listen, this kind of ties into what we're talking about: patience, not getting frustrated. Something happens, who cares? The universe gave y'all a real world example of how this is used. Because, you know, old me probably would have been a little bit upset, but like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe what I said was not meant to go out into the world, and now I'm just gonna restate a bunch of things for you guys. Anyways, so I'm not sure where I cut off, but a few things that I touched on while that I know that was cut out was I mentioned awareness, and how I think I was explaining, like, you know, just patience and awareness in your daily actions. But I was talking about awareness, and in my personal life, catching myself scrolling was one of the examples that I think we all experience on a day-to-day basis. You know, just like take up the phone, we're scrolling and scrolling and doing some more scrolling. And after, you know, it's great in the moment, we get all that quick dopamine, but after, you're just like, what the hell am I doing with my time? And something I noticed is the more I practice patience and sitting and thinking, like I was explaining, and becoming overall more aware, I catch myself scrolling now within 15 seconds, genuinely. Like today, I was just on my bed and I opened Instagram and I was just looking through things, and I was like, wait, I know I don't care about any of this, so I threw my phone away. Right? Like, I don't think we realize, like, 85% of TikTok and Instagram, for one, is other people's lives. And two, it's like just bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the brain rot jokes, like, they're funny. Like there's funny stuff on TikTok and it's entertaining, but I forget all the stuff I watch on TikTok within the day I watch it. You know what I'm saying? And like, if we really put it into perspective like that, and realize it's not like the stuff we're consuming is not at all benefiting our lives, and most of it is just junk. Like, there are good sides to TikTok, don't get me wrong, like in Instagram, like there are mindfulness, there's educational stuff that you can learn if you cater a For You page that's like, you know, mindful and shit like that. Sorry, I needed some water. But overall, I think we have this mentality that we get off social media and all of a sudden the world's gonna end or something, but everyone's focused with their own lives, so no one's gonna notice you're gone, and you're not missing out on much, really anything, by just distancing yourself from social media. Because part of this patience thing is being able to sit and not go on your phone and sit and think for 5 to 10 minutes. Like, I'm gonna challenge you guys, for those of you watching this right now, I want you, for 5 to 10 minutes, I guarantee you can find 5 to 10 minutes, whether that's waking up a little bit earlier or staying up a little bit later, or just like finding a pocket of time. I want you to go and like I explained, just sit down, don't try not to move or fidget, and just think about the things you want to do, your dreams, and overall, like, what do you want for yourself? Not what others want for you. What do you want for yourself? How are you gonna do things to attain those goals? And how are you gonna be at peace and do it in a way where you can take your time? You know what I'm saying? You can enjoy the process. You're not gonna be worried about rushing, and you're gonna be just locked in and doing your own thing, not really worried about other people. The other aspect of social media I hate is that, like I mentioned before, you get so involved with what other people are doing. Meanwhile, like, you complain about, oh, I'm not getting anywhere in life. I feel like I'm not being productive, this and that, da da da. And then you're spending half your time watching other people do things that doesn't impact your life whatsoever, you know? And it's not, no shame in that. Absolutely no shame. I've been there. I spent how many hours? Genuinely too many hours on social media scrolling. But the more we are mindful of the time we're wasting and how we could use that time we're scrolling to chill, to sit, to practice our patience and mindfulness. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much time I've shifted towards like just chilling and thinking over the past couple of weeks, but it's been a good amount, and I've seen the results. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm vibing right now. I'm vibing heavy right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, before I even started recording, I was just posted up on the couch, just like, what am I gonna talk about today? And then I came to patience, and then I thought for a bit. I didn't think about what I was gonna talk about. I'm just kind of free balling right now, but I just chilled, and I was like collecting myself before going and doing the thing. And what do you know? I'm speaking eloquently right now, which is something that I knew I needed to practice, but we're here and we're doing the thing, and I feel great. You know what I'm saying? A little bit uncomfortable, but I feel great. It's a little weird. It's always weird talking to a camera. But I'm just doing this to help people, and hopefully everything I'm saying can impact you a little bit, can get your life moving in the right direction, because I want y'all to be successful. I want to teach you guys everything I'm learning, because why not? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you guys know the challenge. You guys know what you're tasked with. Your 5 to 10 minutes. Try to do it daily. I'm telling you, it's gonna help. You're gonna just be able to sit down and actually think about what you want in this life and plan out things accordingly, and not do anything stupid or not do anything that you don't want deep in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no shame in saying no to people and saying no to things. And the more you think, the more you realize, wait, this person, they're not worth my time. They don't actually fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? They're just in my life, and maybe they're bringing negative energy. Maybe they're bringing this and that. But you come to realize what is actually being asked of you, what you're being called to do, and the people in your life that really are just there and negatively impacting your ambition and stuff like that, and getting rid of things and people that are ruining you getting closer to achieving your dreams. Man, that's one thing you just gotta be really persistent about, so, you know what I'm saying? Go accomplish some great things. I know you're gonna practice this week. I believe in you, and yeah, it's gonna be great. So, peace and love, y'all. I'll catch you on the next one.